Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters, and this is episode 196. I'm Jessica, aka known as Naturally Nitty. What?
That's what AKA means.
I'm so out of it. I'm sorry.
And I'm Alina, aka Starnet. This is our weekly podcast. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If you're a returning listener/watcher, thanks for coming back. It's a planning podcast, and today is February the 3rd.
So grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us. And I'm sorry that I was redundant before. Yeah. But on a happy note, we're back on Skype because I cleared my computer off completely. It was really scary. It took like a couple days to do. Like first I backed it up and then I cleared it off completely, and I wasn't sure if I was doing it right. I was just like following some stuff that I found online, and yeah. And then I like re-put stuff on there, but barely anything. Anyways, that was kind of random.
So
but
planning.
Skype is working.
It took like a whole week to get it all set up, so yeah. That was a planning part. So your newts, your 75% is due by the end of the month. Your owls, 50% is due by the end of the month. You should have started your order mission on the 27th or something of January and be working on that. Quidditch is defeat the Dementors through the 2nd of March. Starting on February 9th, though, so you haven't even started. I haven't looked at the Headmistress Challenge. I'm sorry. So, Ancient Runes. Do you want to go first?
Oh, sure. Sorry. Ooh, you even put a picture in there.
Yeah.
All right. What would you like to do? What we would like you to do for homework is create something representing the basic shapes from this image. A triangle for the outer shapes, water, waves, air currents, leaves, stars, or flame. It must be obvious at a glance what shape you are representing. Or craft using one or more of the colors that would represent the different symbols. Blue for water and air, green for leaves, black and white for starry nights, or red for flames. Weavers, please create a design based on one of the shapes or colors. Spinners, please spin fiber with the majority colors, one of those colors listed above. Dyers, please see the colors listed above and follow this for this class. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Which is why there was a picture, because...
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry. So, I don't have any ideas for that. But yeah, there's a picture. And you can find it if you go into the class, too.
Yeah. That is fun.
So, next up is charms. Bewitch snowballs jinx. Craft something in the shape of a snowball. Craft something to keep the bewitched snowballs out. Spinners and dyers only use a sparkle such as stellina or beads to add the look of snowballs in your finished product. That's a fun one. Just you could. I know a lady who was actually crocheting snowballs as like a present. She was giving them snowballs so they could have an indoor snowball fight. So that's kind of cool. And I think she was going to give it like with a bucket.
That's a really cute idea. I like that. And I like stellina when I'm, spinning. It's more fine and, sparkly. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
It's finer than Firestar. Anyways, that's cool.
Yeah, it's almost invisible sparkle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you have to catch the light to see it.
Yeah.
I don't have much of it. It's a lot finer. Though Firestar is still, I don't know. They're similar. I'm sure you could
Firestar
use...
kind of reminds me of tinsel, like on a tree.
There's metallic fibers that are even...
No, but I mean, like, that's what Firestar, like, the look of it, because it's super fine, finer than tinsel, but that's what it reminds me of when you see it in fiber.
Oh.
But Stellina, when you see it in fiber, it's way thinner, I find.
It almost reminds me... I don't know. Never mind. It is. It's finer. It's cool. Of, like, blonde hair or something. Like, if you have highlights or something, it, like...
hides and then it shows up.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyways, defense against the dark arts is crucio. For your homework this month, craft something that makes you happy or makes you feel good.
It's like we're not doing crucio, we're repelling.
I was like,
all of the
that is not the definition. I was like, did I do this wrong?
So you repel it with happy or feeling good.
Okay. So non-RAV crafts will be accepted this month. Prior approval is not required. So sew your little heart out.
Yeah. But so make all of the stuff that makes you happy. Or
which
craft
is like
in a color that
anything that you craft, really, because you should be crafting things that make you happy.
Yeah. So that's like a wide open class.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I would, however, not work with orange for that class because I do not like orange.
I, however, would. Because I like orange.
So, divination, Aquarius. So for our homework this month, craft, spin, dye, something that evokes the nature of Aquarius. Some ideas might include projects that are light and airy or blue-green, or gray. Bonus point, crafting something for charity. Non-Ravelry crafts will be accepted if they fit the prompt and prior approval is not required.
Cool.
So that's pretty open too.
Tis. Okay. Flying. Disaster prevention. That's good.
Yeah.
This month, practice your disaster prevention skills by doing one of the following. Option 1. Frog a project that you deem a disaster and make something new from the yarn. We will need photos of the project pre-frogged, and then the new project. The yarn can come from a whip or a completed project. Option 2, take on a project that scares you or that you don't think will go well, and then revel in your success. That's fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I have much to frog, though.
Everything that I've frogged, I've already frogged.
Right.
Well, obviously, but you know what I mean. Like,
that you've wanted to frog. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So, yeah. If I could knit socks in a month, I might do that. Excuse me. I'm sorry, people. Herbology. The European ash. Your homework this month is to craft something inspired by the European ash. You may choose to do something in the colors of the ash, gray, jet black, or purple, or something protective. We look forward to seeing what you make this month. So the ash is a really good wand wood, which is what they were talking about in the class prompt. Like, you should go read it. But, yeah, that's it. So, but they want, because we studied the hazel tree last month. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty open, too.
Yeah. I always think, having colors to work with is easy because then you can pretty much do anything in those colors. Right. So that's fun. Transfiguration. Flintiforous? Flintiforous?
Yeah, that's changing matches into a matchbook.
Okay. Your homework this month is to build on your skills and practice more intermediate spells that take a bit more concentration as they are more complicated and intricate. So knit or crochet something that has color work. Simple lace shows a stitch pattern or a cable pattern. Spinners need to create a 2-ply yarn. Weavers need to use color and weave effects or simple simple plain weaves. Example, pick up and twills. Dyers need to
I like twills.
Dyers need to dye yarn or roving using food safe natural dyes or by hand painting a gradient.
So I like twills, but I can't actually weave like that. So
I don't even think I know what that is.
It's like I have the pattern book. It's in that pattern book.
I have a pattern book. I have one right here. I should look it up.
It's pretty.
I've only done plain weave, which is really lame.
Too.
I should really pick up the pace and.
You should try a pattern.
Do some cool stuff.
I
think it takes so much planning. Like, it scares me a little bit because I'm not all that
good.
Maybe not
You're
good.
You're better than I am.
I mean, like, planning stuff and following a pattern, like, is not, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like,
well, think about it. Like, when you first started knitting, you did follow a pattern.
I know.
So, you're still in your first part of weaving, so you should be able to follow a pattern.
I know I can. I think it's just
but you know what I mean.
Daunting, and I don't want to. I don't know. Whatever.
I think that you can do it. Okay, I don't have what I was looking for there. Oh, I might have some in here.
Actually, I do want to do those curtains that I was talking about, but
oh, there you go. I put it right here. Okay. Next up is outdoor survival shelter. So if you remember, we're going over that book that Hermione wrote.
Oh yeah.
So option 1, and there's 2 options throughout this term. You can do the easy one, which is magic, and the hard one, which is muggle. So option 1, create an item that can hold other items. This doesn't have to be a bag. Be creative in your storytelling. Spinners, perhaps you've spun a net. Alternatively, spin a purple fiber to represent Hermione's beaded bag. Weavers, perhaps your woven fabric is really the makings of a bag. After some well-placed knots are employed? ? Dyers, dye your fiber purple. Only purple may be present. Different shades of purple are all right. Option 2, muggles won't have access to the undetectable extension charm, of course, and will be reduced to carrying multiple items when they go out to brave the great outdoors. For this option, craft multiple things, a minimum of 2. For this option, 2 socks or 2 mittens, for example, can fall under the multiple items rule. However, 1 mitten and 1 sock would be a partial per the pairs rule. But these can be different things. A hat and a blanket square, for example. Spinners, create more than 1 skein of yarn. Show us some mini skeins. Dyers, dye with 2 or more distinct colors. Non-Ravelry crafts will be accepted this month. However, we recommend seeking prior approval. A project bag of any type, shape, color, etc. will be accepted under the magical option. Multiple items like stitch markers that are primarily purple will also be accepted. Any other ideas, please run past us first. So that's a fun one.
Yeah. Lots of cool stuff.
If I didn't have all my fabric cut, I could actually turn in some sewing. But I started it last month. So, yeah. Are you thinking about weaving now?
Yeah, I'm looking at my pattern book real quick. But yeah. But I didn't get far. No, that's cool. I probably won't be doing anything because I'm not signed up, but
I think maybe you should get a position on staff or like Slytherin staff, and that way you remember to sign up.
It's not that I didn't remember. It was so busy that month. It was bad.
Yeah.
And my computer was so out of it. Like, I seriously would turn it on and then click, like, the internet browser, and it would take, like, 5 to 10 minutes for anything to pull up. So I'd, like, walk away and go do something. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't that I just didn't want to do it. It took too long to just sit there and stare at the computer and wait for it to pull up. And it was
But now it opens fine now that you reset it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, back to our regularly scheduled
podcast
program. Yeah, podcast.
Cool.
Do you have any mojo?
I do. I actually knit something.
What?
I know, I haven't in like forever. Look I made a cute.
Oh, that's adorable.
Little it's the newborn vertebrae pattern.
Yeah.
I haven't blocked it yet, so it's kind of wonky on the front. But so basically it's a frontless cardigan, because little babies, you hold them, when they're just tiny, and then they're always like on your chest or whatever, and this covers their arms and back and stuff. So I thought that was cute for Lauren, obviously, and the new baby that should be here any day now. She's due yesterday, so she's kind of getting impatient. But I was like, I probably should knit something for her.
I still have to knit something for June, so I'm not even going to try.
I think I might. Where's the yarn? I used some hand spun, and Lauren really liked this when I spun it up, so that's what I figured. And it's super wash, so I figured it was a good use for it. But yeah, I followed the pattern pretty much, except for the fact that I think I used some bigger needles, and because I wanted it a little bigger than just newborn size, because they grow out of that really fast. But the baby vertebrae, like, you have to pay $5 for the pattern, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. Like, they have, the newborn one is free, and then there's baby, maybe it's baby to child that you pay for, and then they have, like, an adult size version. But basically, all it is you start at the top, and you just don't increase on this side of your sleeves, when you have your stitch markers.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have the front. So you're just like, and then you put, the arms on
How
shoulders.
does that look on an adult, though? I'm going to have to go look at this pattern, because I imagine it looks weird.
It's just an open, it would just come here, which just wouldn't have anything in the front.
Well, maybe it's not as weird as I thought. You have to go look.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think it's super cute.
It is super cute.
And it went really fast, like a couple days of knitting, because, it's not that much. But yeah. So this was a moon rover fiber that I did. And I spun it fractally. But yeah.
Cool.
So, but it turned out cute, I think. But yeah, did I say I think I want to make a hat or something out of it too to kind of match with it? I'm not sure.
No, but is that a lot of purple or what?
What's left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you could turn it in for that class we just talked about.
I could. Well, didn't it have to be like all purple?
I think if you're making a non-Ravelry project. I don't know. Maybe not.
It's got like purples and like almost goes to like a royal blue and lavender and yellow.
Okay.
And brown.
Then never mind.
Yeah, there's all sorts of colors in there. But yeah, I like it. It's pretty.
I also have a hand spun item that I finished.
Ooh.
I was making a hat for Quidditch, but I didn't finish in time to turn it in, so I just turned it in for a class. And I used like the whole skein up and like yarn chicken to the max. And I won. Actually had to rip back and start decreasing earlier than I had originally. But it's kind of like a slouchy hat. I can wear it over my... But, like, I took gauge.
Okay.
And I cast on 100 because I was getting, like, 5 stitches to the inch. And so I did it for a 20-inch head. So I did 100. But I think I should have did it tighter because... while it fits, it's loose. And I think I should know this by now, but I like it tighter so it sticks to your head But I like the slouchy hatness because I have hair, and if I'm wearing it in a ponytail or whatever, it fits over it.
Right.
But it turned out really cool. This was the fiber from my mashup sweater that I knit how many years ago? I had 9 skeins, and this was the 9th skein. I still have 2 skeins left because the gauge for that lied too. So I like spun up all this yarn, and I had all this yarn, but then when I finished knitting, I was done before I ran out of yarn, which is not a problem. But I had 3 skeins of stuff, so it looks really cool because it's like stripey.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I just show that up close because it's really awesome.
It is pretty.
Okay, so yeah, that is what I finished. So do you have any works in progress?
No.
Okay, I do. I am still working on joining that blanket of the 7-inch squares that I found. And I finally started my order mission. I took gauge and everything. I don't have the gauges with me, but I am casting on all the stitches for the bottom of this. And this is a sweater for Madison.
Okay.
Okay, whoops, I just dropped it. And I'm going to fold this up. It's called the Cram Cardi. If you look, it's really pretty.
That's cute.
And it's by Katie and the Squid. It was like $1.50, so I bought it.
That's cool.
So let me tell you, I really like how she has it written, because I don't know if you can see, but all the sizes are in a different color. So I printed it in color. So even though I went and circled the size I was making,
yeah,
I could have just said, "Oh, I'm making the magenta," and then just did that. But I know that I'm forgetful, so I circled it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so like throughout the whole pattern, if there's a different stitch count, it's a different color for each size, which I think is pretty awesome.
That's pretty helpful, I would say.
Yeah, and so here's like a close up of like the sleeves and the arm, trying to cover up the pattern. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I really like it. It's pretty cool. So, anyways, I am casting on all the stuff. Foundation single crochet, which is like the best ever. But yeah, that's all I'm working on.
That's cool.
Spinning. You spin me right
round. I'm just working on my drop spindle, which isn't really growing all that much because I haven't done too much with it.
Right. I still have that red that I started spinning. I don't remember when. And
that was like last term, I believe.
I know. Because I just stopped and I didn't finish.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
I spun a mashup.
Oh, okay.
And turned it in for class. So I had 2 ounces of Luthvarian Fiber Arts Gradient. It's a silk merino. And then I had 2 ounces of some Angora online Rolex. So I'm like showing the stuff for the people.
The bunny.
And this is what turned out. So I got
that's really fun.
84 yards and 8 wraps per inch. And then like I had some of the Angora left over, so I made like a mini skein. So
that's cool.
It was
so
fun. So it's like a 2-ply, but it like because the one was a gradient, it looks kind of stripy. So
how was spinning with the Angora?
It was really easy.
You excited to work with Lucius's fiber?
Yeah, it's super soft. Like now she had blended it with wool too.
Well, I'm sure it'd probably be really hard to just spin on its own.
Yeah, but it makes like super soft. Like this is just the Angora Rolex that I spun. It's super soft. and fluffy. So I liked it. So I just have to pull out the drum carder and make some,
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. Sewing. Did you do any of your sewing that you wanted to do?
No.
I'm that way about fixing stuff too. So.
I should, but no, I haven't.
I've been sewing a lot. I don't know. Can you see back there?
Mm-hmm.
A bunch. Because I have a show coming up at the end of this month. And then March, I have 3 shows. So I've been doing a lot of sewing. Cool. Which is fun because I like it. And I have to scroll down. Oh, okay, Tim. So I finally got all the details together for our cardio challenge.
I'm excited for this one.
I think I called it Clean Up Your Routine or something. Basically, this is how you're going to do it. We're going to start next week. And it's tailored to you. Like, you are going to say, this is where I am. This is where I want to go. This is my goal. And then every week you're going to say, this is the step I need to take to get to my goal. So, yeah, so it's all tailored to you. So what we're going to do is, you don't have to cardio knit them or cardio crochet. You have to make dishcloths for all the participants. And then everyone will make, if we have, right now we have 6 people signed up, I think. So everyone will make 6 dishcloths and then send them to me with a postage paid address, and then I'll divvy them up and send them back. Send you ones that other people made. I think I'm going to put little motivational things on them, maybe. Just print out little motivational sayings or whatever and put it on the ones I make, just, so people know, we're thinking about you type of thing. Mm-hmm. So anyways, yeah, so it's going to be like that. You don't have to do it while you're working out, but during the workout challenge, you need to make the dishcloths to send. So it's going to be an exchange/workout challenge. How it's going to work, you're going to state where you are when you join. So you're going to say, I am not working out, or I've been running a mile every day. I want to run 2 miles, something like that. Whatever your thing is. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to make a goal. So it's going to be 2 months, because we're going to end the first week of April. So that's 2 months.
Okay.
So make a goal where you want to be in 2 months at the end. And then every week we'll have a check-in, and then these will be your milestones or baby steps to your goal. And then, you'll be knitting or crocheting dishcloths for everyone. So I have a link to the Ravelry thread, and I'll have it in our show notes on our weasleysisters.wordpress.com. So, it's the Weasley Sisters podcast.wordpress.com. Sorry. I had to think of it.
It's okay.
But yeah, so, yeah, join us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. I'm excited about this one.
And I put a hashtag in there in case you wanted to show off your cardio knitting or cardio crochet. Because that's awesome when you can do that.
It does. Who doesn't love Instagram and hashtags?
Yeah.
I know I do.
So, binging. Have you been binging on anything?
Yeah. So, because I wanted to make that little cardigan that I knit, I was like, I need to watch something so that I have a reason to sit here and knit, right? So I started watching Quantico, which is on Netflix. There's only 1 season, and it was basically, it was okay. It got you sucked in. It wasn't the greatest show. I mean, they're FBI trainees, but then it jumps forward to a few months after, a few months after they've become, or they're inducted into the FBI and blah blah blah. But terrorist type bombing type things and
cool.
Yeah, it was okay. But yeah, so I watched that. And then I started watching Beauty and the Beast, which is also on Netflix, and I started watching that
With
like
Lana, the
yeah,
new one?
which
Okay.
is funny because that's what I will always think of her as, Lana from
Yeah.
Smallville. Um, but no, so I had started watching it when it was on TV, like how many years ago?
Yeah.
Um, and I think I only watched a couple episodes and then just didn't keep up with it. So I've started watching it. It's okay, but like it's
I
annoying me.
got through like a little bit of it, and then I was just like,
I'm in the second season
yeah.
and I'm just like, like they keep on, and I think this is what they do with shows, and maybe it's just me, or maybe I need to like watch different shows. But there's always like a bigger and badder bad guy. Like,
Yeah.
like they worked the whole season to defeat this, or like it moved past this, and then oh look, they weren't even the worst thing out there. I don't know. It just I feel like that is like so much of those kind of TV shows
You need
nowadays.
to not watch like superhero type shows.
I know.
Mysteries of Laura is on Netflix, and that's hilarious. You need to watch that.
Okay.
She's like like a divorced mom, separated mom with twins, and she's a cop.
Okay.
Hilarious. Like, so it has like the cop stuff in it that you like, but it's really funny.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. So yeah, so like I was watching that, and then I was just like meh, and I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore, so I stopped. But I like getting lost in shows. So then I forget why. Maybe it was because I watched Quantico or something. But I was like, I want to watch Alias again. Like I watched that a couple years ago, and I enjoyed it. So then I went to look for it, and it's not on Netflix, and it's not on Prime, and I'm mad.
So there's a show on Prime that I just started watching. I didn't even write it down because I only watched the first one, but it reminded me a lot of Alias, and it has Piper Perabo from Coyote Ugly, that movie.
Okay.
What's
What's the show?
So she gets into the CIA, and that's what it is. So it was kind of like Alias, like that. But I only watched the first episode, so I don't know. I don't remember. I have to look. It's like I have to go look. I'll look later and tell you. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I was really mad because like I know,
but you'll like it because I was like, oh, this is kind of like a new Alias.
Right. Well, I started watching that Humans one. Did I talk about that last time?
Yeah.
But
you were creeped out by it.
Like it was cool, but like creepy, and almost to the point where like that's where we're going. Like so much crap is like computerized or animated, or you know what I mean, like automated or whatever. And I'm just like, this like could really happen, and I mean, not really, but like I don't know. I guess it hits a little close to home. Ugh. But it looked good. I don't know. I think I was only 3 episodes in. Oh, and also Joe was like, I could watch that show with you. And I'm like, like, he's not a good show watcher. Not like I am. Like,
yeah, like Andy and I started Vikings like how many months ago, and we're still on episode 4.
Like, we can watch shows together, but it's usually like an episode or 2 here or there a night.
I know.
Like, and it's so... So I might just watch it without him. So, but I paused on that because I was like, well, if he does like it, then maybe we should watch it. It
gets really good, and they're starting the new season coming up. I saw a preview for it on because it's AMC, so that's exciting. Okay, so I binge watched Z, The Beginning of Everything. It's on Amazon Prime. It's about Zelda Fitzgerald and F. Scott Fitzgerald. And it's set back in the 20s. Like, she's the first flapper type of person. And so I, like, love that era. So I just, like, totally binge watched. And I mean totally, like, one day. Because it's just, like, one season. Okay, 2 days. But I put it on because I had to put all of my receipts and stuff in a spreadsheet for my accountant. So I sat there doing that, watching the TV all day. And I'm not even kidding you, it was all day. So yeah, I finished all my stuff. So then I had to do Jamberry and Star Knits. So yeah, So then I started The Fades, which was on Amazon Prime too. And I'm not sure if I like it. It's like totally sci-fi weird and all that stuff. And it's like a BBC show.
Okay.
So, but I'm not sure if I like it. I only watched like 2 or 3 episodes of it before I was done with all my paperwork. So, I'm still watching The Man in the High Castle like every once in a while. Like it's really good, but it's also very frustrating to watch, if that makes sense, because it's like I don't know if you know the premise of that show. That's also an Amazon Prime show.
Well, Joe watched it. I just was like, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, no, it was like if we didn't win World War II, and Japan and Germany took over everything. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I like it. But I actually haven't been watching much because I've been sewing a lot. So I finished the Song of the Lioness, which is the 4th book in the series by Tamara Pierce. And then I was like, well, I want to read her Becca Cooper series. So I reread Terrier, which is the first one, and I'm in the middle of, or actually near the end of the second one, which is called Bloodhound. And they're really good. They're set in like a different universe where like there's magic and back in the old days. So
cool.
So like there's like knights and stuff too. So it's kind of cool. And I just like it. Like she writes really strong women characters. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's what I've been binging on.
Fun.
And they're good books. The Becca Cooper, Beka Cooper by Tamara Pierce. But it's spelled Tamora, in case you're going to look it up.
Cool.
So, randomness? Anything randomly going on? Randomly?
No. I've had a couple sick kids here and there. We're kind of waiting for Lauren to be in labor because we're going to have Jude, but it's kind of like up in the air. I don't know. Like nothing really is going on, but Chloe's birthday's coming up. It's on Sunday.
Oh my goodness.
I know. She's going to be 10. Crazy. But yeah, not much really. I haven't started painting upstairs. I think I need to get on board with that again. I was so like gung-ho with the other stuff, and now like just the thought of having to paint all the rooms is kind of...
So just paint your room.
I know, but the kids are like, when are we going to move into our new room? Man.
So do yours, and then let them... Because your room that you're moving out of is kind of freshly painted.
However,
like 6 years ago. 5?
Yeah. Oh. I'm trying to think. I forget when exactly we moved in. But yeah. I mean, things don't need to be painted, but I just figured it'd be better to do it before all their stuff got in there, you know?
Yeah.
So I just need to get my button gear. I was kind of thinking like we'd have Jude. So like I didn't want to start any huge big painting projects, you know? Like.
So maybe you should start it so she starts to go in
exactly.
labor.
So I think I was kind of holding off thinking things were going to happen, and they haven't. Which whatever, you can't really plan around a baby, which is fine. But yeah, so I should just.
Well, when I was younger, I liked painting.
Well, I know the kids want to help, but like, they're just so messy and get stuff.
I know it's not worth it, but I remember painting our rooms whenever we moved, and I really enjoyed it. So maybe let the kids paint their rooms. Just put a lot of drop cloths down.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing, drop cloths.
And like tape floor.
Yeah.
Because it's like all hardwood up there, so you should be able to do.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's cool. So, but I think maybe you should start, and then she'll go into labor, and then you can just finish later.
I suppose.
It's your fault that she hasn't gone into labor.
I'll tell her you said that.
Well, she texted Jessica right as we were getting ready to start. Yeah. And I was like, is she having the baby? And she was like, no. I was like, oh.
She's had a couple days ago, she had false labor like all day long. But it was like, 10, 20 minutes apart were her contractions, and they were irregular. Yeah. So like she couldn't do anything about it. She's like, I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but it's like the biggest surprise, unsure of thing, like you're gonna have the baby, but you don't know when it's gonna happen. Like it's crazy. But yeah, so I'm trying to stay positive for her.
Yeah, but really, you just need to start painting because then she'll have
I know. I'm gonna tell her the new theory. She'll be mad at me that I didn't start a while ago.
That's funny. So I am doing on Instagram a thing called Yarn Love Challenge. So it was for the whole month of February, and I'm pulling it up so I can show you. One new thing about the updates, I don't like that Facebook took over Instagram, but one thing that I really like is this little flag here. Whoops. Okay. This flag right here. Okay, you can't see it. Above my head, there's a flag. So if you click on it, except for I always flag things to keep them on accident, but because if you're scrolling through, it's the button right by your thumb. But you can save things. So I've saved like things that I want to save, which I saved the Yarn Love Challenge to-do list. So the first one was introduction. The second one is close up, and then today's is currently making. So I have to take a picture of what I'm currently making and post it. The people who made it are O'Hare They, which is one of the Ravelry ladies, and then Mary Heather B is also one of the Ravelry ladies. I don't know if you can see right there. It says it. But anyways, so it's been a lot of fun, and I've been going through and reading everyone's intros that come up on my screen, and like clicking on the hashtag and reading and just getting to know other crafters who like yarn. So it's been really a lot of fun. And yeah, so
that's cool.
That's what I've been doing. One, Instagram is kind of addicting because I was scrolling through one day and someone showed pictures of coffee, and I like coffee, but they are like indie roasters.
Okay.
And the thing that caught my attention was the name. She said they only had a few left. Plays with pointy sticks coffee.
That's fun.
So I went and I bought it, and I just got it today. So I made a cup of coffee. It's really good. But I don't know if you can kind of see in there. I wish you could smell it. It smells really good. So there. But yeah, so what they do is after you order it, they roast it, and then they priority mail it to you. So I just got it today, and they're in California. So this one is Knitter Fuel, which is a darker roast, which smells delicious. I like the darker roast. I could just smell coffee all day. Okay, so yeah, I'm super excited to get it. I ground up this one and made some coffee, and I've been sipping it all day. It's actually all podcast because it's delicious. But yeah, so that's Left Coast Coffee Roasters. And coming with the Plays with Pointy Sticks, I got a decal.
Ooh.
So I'm going to put it on the car.
That's awesome.
But it's like kind of snowy out, so I won't be doing that today.
Yeah, you kind of want to wait till you can clean your window off to do that.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. So I was excited for that. Like that was like an extra that came with that. But they have like named for places around them. And then also like yarn stuff. So it's kind of cool. And it's actually really good. So
that's cool.
But yeah. And I mean, I don't have like, there's like Starbucks here and a coffee shop, but I don't think there's any like coffee roasters local.
Mm-hmm.
In Johnstown at least. Maybe if I go into Pittsburgh, but that's like an hour away, so.
Yeah, you don't get there that often.
But yeah, it was cool because I thought I would just, help someone out on that I saw on Instagram, so.
I love Instagram, though I haven't really been on it much lately.
That's all the randomness that I have to talk about.
It's cool.
Today, though, I do have more. Today, we got a a permission slip came home on Monday because we finally got snow. They wanted to let the kids play outside in the snow. So they sent a thing home so the kids would bring in their like snowsuits and boots, and they would just have like an extended play outside in the snow. So that was today. So Bella packed up her snow pants and her boots and hat, mittens and stuff. And
That's fun.
yeah. And so, but like it's kind of melty right now, so it's kind of sucky because if they had did it like 2 days earlier. So yeah, because this, even though Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow, it's been like